Today, I'm going to teach you how to 3D print pictures of pillows from the internet and put them into your build as real 3D objects. So you take pictures of the pillows, you get them off the internet, make sure you remove the background or use pictures of pillows on a white background. And this takes longer than normal, this 3D printing, so be patient. I edited it out. And it comes in, a pretty blobby on the back, really nice on the front, but we can fix this and fine tune this pillow after it's been input. We're going to turn on symmetry mode. It's good to use objects that are kind of the same front and back in the situation. And we're going to, I click to do the vertical symmetry set axis to the left. So we're going to reproduce what's on the left axis, which is lit up, and onto the back, onto the right axis. And so that'll create the pattern on the front and the back of the pillow instead of having a big blob back there. So it looks pretty good. It's a little boxy, but I can fix that later in the build. And so the most important thing here is the Z-axis. You move the pillow up and down to place on your object. And that will let the computer know that this is the bottom of your object and this is where you want it placed on other objects. That's very important. And you can look at the top, bottom, all different views by clicking these buttons on the top left. Okay, this looks good. I'm ready to name it and go on and put in my next pillow. So I'm going to name it my tropical beach pillow. And this would be good for when you upload it to Canva to make it easier to find, having a good description. Okay. Next, I'm going to input the second pillow I want to put into my onto my sofa. And that 3D printing does take a long time. I did edit it out. So there we go. This one looks even better than the last one. In the front, anyway. The back looks worse. It's kind of a mess, but we got our symmetry mode. And I'm going to try and fine tune this one. This is my second one, so I'm going to try to make this even more, less boxy than the last one. So I'm going to create this again in symmetry mode. All right, here we go. Let's look at it. Lot better. It's still a little bottom heavy, and I really don't like that large divot in the bottom. I think we can fine tune that just a little more. So I'm going to go back and try symmetry mode one more time. And let's just shave off even more of that. Try and get rid of that divot. It's a little tricky. And also maybe just have a more uniform shape as well. So I am happy with that. I'm creating it again. Let's look. Hey, this is looking like a really nice pillow. And we can also adjust it a little more in the build. So let's take that Z axis and move the pillow up to the top of the tabletop. And that designates what the bottom of the pillow is and when you placed it into your build. So I'm going to name this a coastal arabesque pillow. Nice and descriptive, easy for me, easy if I put it on Canvas to search for. Okay. And now we are going to put it into our model. This gets a little tricky. So you click on the object and then you click on the move tool and you'll get all of these features. The one with the flat tops, this is going to scale. They look kind of like flat, like kind of screws. That will scale your object, make it larger, make it smaller, make it wider. And then the arrows are going to move your object front, back, right, left. So I'm just kind of getting it to a good scale before I move it to my sofa. Remember to use your Alt key when you are moving your pillow back to the sofa that you want to put it on top of. And then you click the pillow, click move, and then use that circular blue button to move it up and down to where it's sitting on top of your cushion. And then you use the arrows to move it left and right to position it where you want it. And this is looking pretty good. And press OK. And then now we can copy. And remember to use the Alt key whenever you see the red, use the Alt. And when it's blue, you're good to overlap other objects. Now to use the big blue circle to move it up. Just so. Perfect. And we can still adjust it when it's on the sofa as well. And I will do that because they're still a little thick and boxy for my taste. So click the move button. And now I'm going to use those flat little markers and use your Alt key while you're doing this as well, because otherwise it'll just bounce back to the original shape. Make sure you're using Alt whenever you do anything pretty much. And so now they're kind of fusing in the middle, just looking more like a flanged edge. Doing some more adjustments just to get it more realistic looking. And get the sides cleaned up a bit, more fused together. There we go. And that looks really nice. That's looking like a real pillow with a little bit of a flanged corner. And part of that's just trial and error. This pillow kind of came out that way, but I think it works anyway. I've made custom pillows in my career. I'm a designer in real life, so that looks really good for the game. And we'll be perfecting these as we go along, and they'll be perfecting the tools too. So now you go back into craft. That's the little hammer with little stars around it. I'm grabbing my other pillow. It's pretty large, and I have to push the Alt key. We push the move key, and again, we do the adjustments to flat heads. We're going to adjust the scale, make it less thick in the middle, and we'll size it down to fit on our sofa better. And like I said, I like to do a little bit of adjustment before I get on the sofa, and then we can fine tune it once we get over. There's still a bit thick right now. I mean, sometimes people put like really thick pills into the pillow, and that's fine. But I don't want it to overwhelm the couch and the couch depth. So just making it even less thick there. The shape of this one turned out really nice. I really like the way this one turned out. Use your Alt key to push it back and place it inside the couch. And then click the move. Use that round circular marker to move it up exactly where you want it. It's a little small for the sofa, so I'm going to just adjust it, make it kind of a similar size to the other pillow, just a tad smaller, to give it some realism there. I like the way they're overlapping. Okay. Now I'm going to copy it over. So I'm going to pull it out here so I can see it, because I want to rotate it a bit because it's rotated more for the other side. Now I use the right mouse clicker to do this, but you can also use the rounded arrows that are in the move tool to slide it around and move it on that axis. Again, we're pulling it up with the round blue button and use the arrow key to shift it into place. Well, this is looking very good. This looks like a cozy, comfy couch. So I thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoy this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.